Hello, today, Happy New Year by the way. Today moon is in Uttara Ashada. So today is 3rd of January 2022. Moon is transiting through what is Uttara Ashada, which is a very, very victorious nakshatra. The last 3 degrees 20 of Sagittarius. So, and then it goes into 10 degrees of Capricorn. It also includes in the 27th nakshatra system. There is also a 28 degree, 28 nakshatra system as well, because there used to be another one just quite within this nakshatra. There used to be another nakshatra called Abhijit, but that was taken out. So, but anyway, in the 27th nakshatra system, which is the one that's used for the Vimshottari Dasha, this nakshatra is a 21st one, and it's all about success, achievement, and it's often you see this in very successful people's charts, particularly politicians, for better, for worse. So, as I said, it is ruled by the sun, and particularly the part in Capricorn, because obviously Capricorn is the 10th natural sign of the zodiac, and that's where the sun becomes very, gets directional strength. Even though it's an enemy sign, it's nevertheless, though, because it's Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, it is a governmental sign, and as such, sun, Sun's nakshatra, that part is, very, very powerful. So I'm going to go through some of the things to do with this nakshatra, because obviously it's moon is going to be residing there till tomorrow, very early hours in the morning tomorrow, January 4th, 2022, about 5 o'clock. But I don't know in your region what time it will be. So let's have a look at some of the things to do with this nakshatra. So this is obviously it's a very victorious nakshatra. So we just want to look at and see what kind of things are auspicious on a day like today, favourable and unfavourable activities, if you like. This is a very, very important thing to do with nakshatras, because for one thing, nakshatras, if you work with them really well and you get to know what is going on, in the skies, and the more you kind of work with nakshatras, the more you feel how they are. So basically speaking, this nakshatra is very, very good for planning anything. Any form of spirituality is good, rituals, any form of business affairs, any commerce, signing contracts, promotions, dealing with authority. It's a success in, laying down foundations for your home, buying a home in that sense, moving into a new home, marriage, politics, law, the arts, contracts, any form of litigations, legal matters, anything like that, anything that needs a little bit of discernment as well. This is very good. As I said, obviously it's auspicious for many things, and very good for marriage, which is very strange because it's ruled by the sun. However, as with all nakshatras, there are things that are not very favourable. So it's not very good so you don't want to be planning a holiday on a day like today, because it's not good for travel. But if you daily, you travel to work and, locally, it's absolutely fine. Any form of endings, because this is about kind of laying down foundations, contracts, marriage. So anything that's going to end something will not be good. And anything which is to do with criminality, illegal activities, unethical stuff, anything impulsive, aggressive, rude, conflict, it's not very good for things like that. So there we are. It's a very good nakshatra for things like that. So I thought we actually have a look at the trees and see what I always think that the symbols, and obviously all the nakshatras have got many symbols, but for now I'm just going to concentrate on things like trees and the birds, because I think you've learned so much about them. So Uttara Ashada, the actual bird for it is a stork or the heron. So it's obviously is kind of long-legged, long-necked, long feet, and quite straggly kind of bird, isn't it? And they live on most continents apart from Antarctica. But they do prefer all the tropical areas, marshlands, anything that's kind of wetlands near them. They're happy there. Although you can still find them in areas that are dry and arid too. They can live anything between 30 to 40 years, which is quite amazing, really. And their wingspan can be as much as like 12 feet, so pretty amazing. And they can grow to about 20 pounds in weight and about 100 centimeters in height, 100, maybe just even taller than that. And they literally eat fish, insects and frogs for their, and they catch them with their sharp beak. In the UK, they can be found on the south coast, southeast mainly, and East Anglia. And they tend to make nests which are kind of long lasting. They use them for quite a long time because obviously they live quite a long time as well. And they tend to be monogamous unless if they migrate somewhere else, which then they can actually go and separate. The tree that represents this is called the breadfruit, which is part of the same it's like a mulberry tree from that group, and it is or jackfruit tree, that kind of species. It grows quite tall, to about 85 feet or 26 meters, and has kind of like a really thick set trunk, and it's got kind of deeply knotted leaves. And when these leaves are kind of damaged in any way, it oozes out this milky stuff, which is like latex, and it's very good for things to use as a sealant. So if you got like a little crack or something in your boat or something, you can use this to actually combat the crack, if you like, as a sealant. The wood is great for making homes out of it, or boats, canoes, things like that. And the fruit is it's kind of large fruit. It's got like a greeny outer things, and it's quite knobbly. And this obviously this tree is mainly found in the Pacific area. And so in these areas, they can actually use it as because it's very, very nutritious. The actual fruit can be baked, roasted, fried, all kinds of there is like multi functional if in that sense, and it can be used to make like if they like in Hawaii, they chuck it like on open fire and until it blackens, and then they remove once it's roasted, the flesh inside becomes soft, and they can actually work with it like bread dough, and they can actually make bread out of it. You can make tacos out of them. You can use them in curries. Use them in coconut milk. It's kind of multifunctional, so you can use it as fries, pies, things like that. So, and so it is an oblong shaped fruit, really, and so it's also, the fruit has got many benefits. So it has like good source of vitamin C, potassium, copper, iron, and magnesium as well. So, and it's obviously starchy, so it's a good source of fiber too. So these are some of the things to do with this. And so you can see if the tree is a good tree, you can see, and it has got a fruit, so you can see that the nakshatra is able to work hard to achieve things as such. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you.